Greetings and salutations. I'm Zook, your lovable dungeon master, and welcome to Two Dudes and a Maybe. That was a joke.
And
I'm just kidding. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. I'm Zook. This is Kai. That's on my left, and below us is Token. And we're playing the first game of the Entropic Scourge. So I've got a few announcements to go over before we actually get into the game. So the first announcement is Anvil, the miniature building website, has actually given us a code that we can give out to our viewers and loyal audience. And if you go to anvil.co, you can make your miniature, and in checkout, you can actually type in GA25, get 25% off your order. Pretty cool. The next announcement is you'll notice that we have a new overlay thanks to Kai. They put together this fancy little overlay, and as you can see, we now have webcams. Ooh, you can see our beautiful
Finally.
faces. Yeah. We also have new sound equipment. So as you can see here, I have, well, it's not new. It's from the live stream. We just kind of brought it over to the to the uh, to the computers since we're not doing live games because of the pandemic. But if anything sounds weird as far as the sound goes, if it's echoing, if it's too loud, please let me know so I can adjust it. D&D Beyond extension, you'll see on the right side of your screen. If you hover over the stream, you'll see a B, which is for the D&D Beyond. You can click on that, and it'll show you the character's stats and whatnot. There's also one for the streaming avatar, so you can choose what your avatar is right in the stream. Let's see. Yeah, so on the top right of the screen, you'll see the stat blocks for the characters. The art is courtesy of the Bean with Eyes. You can go to Fiverr, where I got the commissions done, and type in the Bean with Eyes, and you should be able to find their Fiverr there. They did an excellent job for the characters, and yeah, so look forward to that. You'll also see in the same stat block there are also the bit rewards, so those are back. So if you want to throw some bits our way and help the stream out and support us, you can actually affect the game right during the stream. So there are several different ones, like anything from giving inspiration to giving a critical hit or failure, or naming a town, or even making the players draw from the dreaded deck of many things, which seemed to be a popular one. Let's see, and next we have the bit and follower goals on either side. You'll see how close we are. And once we fill up the bars on either one of those, we will be raffling away a custom streaming avatar figure for the stream that you see below, kind of walking around. Next is the World Ember event that is going on for World Anvil. We're keeping track of pretty much the entire setting on World Anvil at this time. You can go to worldanvil.com, go to Orth, which is spelled OrYth, and you can give it a like, and it'll help us with some exposure during the competition. So that's fun. Let's see. I think that about does it. I think, though, there's one more important announcement that I have. So, this is regarding the LGBTQIA community, which I will say that we are all proud members of. Kai is an agendered asexual. I am cis pansexual, and Token is a trans mask gay bitch. And
what can I say?
so we're all proud members. The reason I bring this up is because Token is also playing a trans masculine character as well, and they approached me a few, I don't know, like maybe a week ago, and said that if I want to have characters kind of either mock or show prejudice towards them, that he would actually kind of like that kind of role play. And I may do it, I may not. Depends on the character they come across. But I wanted to mention this beforehand, just to let you guys know it's all in character for the story and do not reflect my views as a person. I love the entire community. I love who you are. Be who you are and who you want to be. But with all of that said, I guess we can kind of jump right into it. Does anybody have anything else they want to add before we begin?
I don't think so.
All right, cool. So, let me get some music going. It's
quiet.
It is. I forgot to do that during my announcements. All right, so let's see.
I apologize if I keep yawning. These meds are still kind of fucking with me.
That's okay. All right, that's perfect for the tone of this game. All right, so we begin our game in the world of Orth, in the southern hemisphere, in the southern region of the Hroth continent. The story begins in a mountainous area on the Sarithius region. And if all this sounds confusing, you can look it up on my World Anvil and it'll make sense, I swear to you. But anyways, it's... we're starting with a dream. The two characters, well, three characters, are all on top of a mountain range, and the sky turns black. The clouds overhead seem to cast over, and suddenly, as they look down, you both see nothing below your feet and begin to free fall. It's that time that you realize that you're unable to move your bodies at this point, and you crash into the water below. When you finally stop sinking into the water below, you drop from the ceiling into this open underground cavern and are suspended almost like a scarecrow pinned up against the wall. The whole world seems to go dark for a moment, and you feel this writhing, wriggling sensation all over your body. It starts from your feet and crawls up all the way to your face, and then actually goes into your mouth, and you can feel it travel down your trachea, your bronchial tubes, and inside of you. Then you both wake up. And as at that point, we're going to start off the game with a bang and make you guys both roll Constitution saving throws.
Oh, fuck! Okay. Oh, shit.
We're starting real.
Okay, Constitution saving throws. Where are my saves? Right there, okay.
I got a 3.
You got a 3. Okay, what did you get, Atlas?
I got a 12.
Okay, 12. Atlas, you open your eyes, and your dark vision doesn't seem to be kicking in. At first, you realize the entire world around you is pitch black. But then you realize that it's not so much that it's pitch black, it's that there's something over you, some sort of film restraining you to the ground, like if somebody took a blanket and like completely cocooned you, except it's not fabric. It is this slimy, sticky substance that you can feel all over your body. What do you do?
I try to climb out of it.
Right.
Am I stuck to... Does it feel like I'm on the ground?
It feels like you're laying down on the ground. You can feel the wet earth below you, and you have this film over your body that seems to be obstructing your vision and restraining you.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try to get out of it.
Okay, I'm gonna have you make a strength check.
Okay.
Athletics, if you have any in athletics.
That is an 18.
18.
For athletics.
So, you're struggling for a moment. There's that moment of panic, but then you kind of bring your shoulders up and you slip your hands in front of you and push forward, and it's almost like you're breaking through this thin, like, organic tissue as you rip through it, and you see the beams of light come in. You can see the outside, and you basically rip it away. It's almost like a web sort of consistency, but it's not webbing. It's this black, ichory substance, almost like an ink. And you rip it open, and you stand up, and you begin to crawl out of this cocoon of some sorts. You look around, and you are surrounded by mountain. You are in a familiar place in the southern region of Cerithius. You know these mountains. These are your mountains. But you look around, you see several pods is the best way to describe them. These cocoons, these black ink cocoons, same thing that you just came out of. And you look around, and there's something about your surroundings that seems off. And I'm going to have you make a nature roll.
Okay. Oh, it's a natural 20.
Natural 20. There's something about the trees that just seems off. Like, visually, they don't seem sick. They don't look like they're dying or anything like that. But you can tell by the way they're swaying in the wind, by the way they're taken by their surroundings, that something is very off. It's almost like there's a sickness about them. And that's when you see one of the pods nearby begin to shake and quiver. Ladori, your eyes open.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so you open, you see the same thing that Atlas saw, and there's just this film over your body. You are restrained. You have no use of your hands at this current moment. What do you do?
Panic.
Panic.
Panic. Get out. Get out.
All right. For reasons, I'm also going to make you do a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Yes.
So, wisdom saving throw. I actually fucking have. 15.
15. Okay. All right. You kind of collect yourself. You breathe in, breathe out. Well, Ladori, you got this, and you are able to kind of gain more movement of your arms. Do you try to escape?
Yep.
Alright. Go ahead and try.
Athletics, he said?
Yeah, athletics or strength, whichever is better.
Modified 20.
Modified 20, yeah, you're able to just push through, your hand rips through, the beams of light comes in, you stretch it open, and you crawl out. You've got this, like, mucusy, wet sensation. You do as well, Atlas. And that's when you kind of both look down at yourselves and realize you have no equipment, no clothing. You are as naked as the day that you stepped into creation.
I don't like that.
I
You fucking say. I made the comparison to Naked and Afraid, and you weren't fucking joking.
I wasn't joking. Yes, that is something I've been planning from the start. You have nothing on you, and you're looking basically Atlas. So you see this halfling just kind of push its way out of another one of the pods, and your eyes hit each other. And at that point, why don't you guys describe yourselves?
Atlas just stares because for like literally his whole life after his parents died, he's never seen another person before. Well, that's not true. At least someone that he's had good standing with.
So you see a halfling, a very, very small person. You probably mistake it as a child.
What are you looking at?
Atlas just jumps like, oh fuck.
It speaks.
Just speak.
Ladori is very clearly female, by the way.
Well, yeah, technically, Atlas also looks feminine.
Right.
Yeah, feminine body parts, but you also see the 5 o'clock shadow, the kind
Yeah,
of
there is a 5 o'clock
like there's
shadow.
facial hair trying to get out, but just kind of there's something that's just kind
There.
of fighting it back, you know. But yeah, you are in front of each other. What do you guys do?
Atlas looks around. So he's never seen anything like this before.
No, nothing like this. Absolutely not.
Did he notice anything off about the mountains recently?
Okay, so you rolled a natural 20 on that nature check. So,
Yeah, I did.
things have been a little odd in the air. Just nature nearby, and it's almost been affecting your spellcasting ability. Like, nature itself seems something like there's something wrong. Like, it still works, and as a paladin, you would have felt that as well, Ladori. Something's been off. Something is wrong with nature. It's not like a god. It's not like the environment. There is something like a sickness or something affecting it. A sickness is actually not the best word for it. It's very bizarre to a feeling like there's just something off. That is when you realize you have no idea where Flump is.
I was just about to say, where the fuck is Flump?
Make a perception roll.
What is perception? Right. Roll. Uh, 17.
17. So, as I explained to Atlas, you see, other than yours, 4 other pods. The one that Atlas came out of, which is currently deflated and basically completely collapsed. But then you have 3 others. 2 of them seems to be shining in almost a luminescent light, but one is not. And for just a moment, it seems to almost squirt.
Is it roughly flump size?
Dimension-wise, yes, you would say it might be Flump if something affected Flump as well.
Rip it up. I want my flump.
All right, so so Atlas, you see this halfling go over to, I guess, a child, go over to another one of the cocoons, and how do you begin to go at it? Do you go in and just try to rip it? Do you use a tool or something? Yep. All right.
Yeah, going in, ripping it works to get out. Why not get in?
So you basically grab a hold of it, and there's that sticky membrane again. It just feels gross, and you begin to rip at it. Go ahead and make a strength check or athletics check.
That would be a 9.
Okay. So you're trying to get it, but it's just not working. You see it kind of squirm a little bit underneath you, and then you hear a kind of noise, which you recognize as Flump's voice.
Do I hear this?
You hear this as well, and you see the halfling is not able to basically break open this cocoon.
Atlas will hesitantly go over and try to help.
Okay.
Yay!
Who has the higher strength out of both of you? Who has the higher athletics?
Probably.
My athletics is +3.
You have a +3?
Mine is +5.
+5?
Oh.
Okay, so Ladori, go ahead and make another athletics roll at the advantage since you have a help.
The first roll would be a 23.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright, so the 23, yeah, you both kind of grab a specific spot, and you begin to pull, and then you see a horn jet out from the middle of it, just rip, and you can see the mucus begin to kind of drip down it, and you both rip it, and that's when you see this, for the best term I can think of is a unicorn bunny.
It's a horned rabbit.
Lidori, you know this as an Almirage. However, I'm not sure if Atlas would know, so go ahead and make a nature check or an arcana check. Whichever is better.
I mean, nature is better.
Unibody.
Oh, I rolled a 10.
You rolled a 10, any modifier?
That was it.
That was it, okay. So
That
you
was
don't,
my
you've
10.
never heard of an Almirage before, but you do recognize these, basically where, like, the joints of an animal are. You see the bones protruding in certain spots and spikes on the chin and over the eyebrow, which is indicative of a dire creature, which you have seen in the wild before. So it could be a dire rabbit, but you're not sure.
Massive for a regular fucking rabbit.
Right. Well, Flemish rabbits are about the size of small dogs, like the size of a collie. So yeah, so it could be, maybe it's a dire version of that, but you're unsure. So the Almirage breaks free, and you see it kind of shake all of this gross stuff off, flinging this gross stuff into the air, splattering on both of you.
Cool.
And you see it kind of like opens eyes and look around and sees Lidori and walks over and begins nuzzling Lidori. Then it turns and sees Atlas, and you see it take sort of a defensive stance as it looks at you.
He kind of raised his hands.
I will bap Flump on the head.
Okay, so if it was just Atlas, I would make you roll animal handling, but Lidori, since it knows you, it's not gonna. It's not gonna. It just kind of it seems a little hesitant, but looks at you, kind of sniffs up at your hand, and just kind of stays at Lidori's side, kind of looking around a little bit to take in its surroundings. What do you do? You are cold and naked and feel very gross.
Do I recognize where in the forest we are?
Yes, you've actually been here before. It's a clearing on top of the mountains, near a wooded area. So you're basically on the southern coast of Cerithius. You're southwest of the Everpit Arena, which is where Menodius would train you and take you to the arena.
Okay. What time of day is it?
That's a good question. Let's see. Let me roll a die 12 to figure it out. Okay, so it is 4 o'clock. I said it was, I already said it was, you know, the sun was out, so 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
So, mid-afternoon.
Some time. How long would it take us to get back to where mine and Menodius's home is?
Like, are you talking about your home or the Everpit Arena?
The home.
Okay, you would guess probably, as long as nothing got in your way, it'd probably be about a 2 to 3 day journey.
Ooh, okay,
Yeah.
that's a little long.
Yeah, you are not near where you were. You know where you are, but you are not near where you were.
Assuming Flump doesn't have it in my gear.
No. You're not that lucky.
You had one job.
You had one job.
This is awkward.
Yeah, just like standing
Hi,
here
new
naked.
person. Here's me. If you guys want to make like a survival roll to kind of figure out what you should do first, you can do that if you'd like.
I'm just trying to think of like where we would go.
Well, you've got the maps in front of
would
you.
probably be good.
Yeah,
first.
you've got the map in front of you. Your left. You guys want to take a look at the region that's kind of close by, where you could go, where you want to wash up.
So where are we on this map? Are we down here?
If you look at the map, there is a pin that is a yellow. Hang on, you're not on the right map.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Yeah, the yellow torch is
Oh my gosh,
where you guys are.
Hell far.
And you can zoom into one of those regions and it'll show you kind of a blown up region. So you've got a town to the east. You've got... What else?
I was confused as to what the fuck my tablet was doing, and you're clicking on it.
Oh yeah, I'm clicking on it. So yeah, you've got desert to the west and like a town to the east. There is a river to the north, but that's one of the major rivers. So there are small streams and wooded areas that are closer than the river that like aren't significant enough to be on a map.
Right. So I really want to attempt to locate a water source nearby.
Okay, so your first priority is water. You want to get to a water supply.
Yep.
Okay.
Number one, I feel gross. Number two, water's.
So Atlas, you see the small child thing turn a direction which you know is north and begins heading in that direction. The bunny thing kind of looks you up and down, turns to Lidori and begins following Lidori. What do you do?
Do you want to come or not?
Yes! Follow!
Okay.
Atlas stuttering over here. It's like... should we investigate these other pods?
You do have 2 other pods that are nearby.
Just remember that. You said they were glowing.
Yeah, they have a faint glow on the inside.
I'm gonna poke it.
Yeah, I'll check them out.
Okay, so
I'm gonna poke it.
You walk over to the nearest pod, and they're sporadically kind of spread out. It wasn't like they were like planted here or anything. It seems to like they just fell or they grew or something. They sprouted out and it was in this location. So there's no like rhyme or reason to where exactly they were placed. So you go over the nearest one, which is about 15 feet away from where Lidori's pod was, and you see that faint glow kind of shining. It's hard to see with the sun, the afternoon sun, but you see on the inside. I'm gonna have you guys actually roll a perception check to see what you can make out.
Perception. 16.
I got a 22.
22. Okay, you are both going to see the same thing. In the inside of this pod, you see what looks like a humanoid figure in a fetal position, and it's just kind of floating there. And there's a faint, almost like a heartbeat where it's like.
I see what you're doing, but your mic isn't picking you up,
Yeah,
so I can't hear it.
it's gentle. It's a woo.
So it's like a low hum.
Yes.
That's weird. I'll carefully try to tear it. Are they both doing it, or is it just the one?
You can see the other one from here as well, which also is glowing, and you would assume if you got close enough, you would also probably hear that hum as well.
I will carefully tear into it.
Okay. go ahead and you're being careful about it.
It's more like it's kind of like
So-
hesitate. That's what I really meant was hesitate.
So you're still using your strength, but you're
Yeah.
just kind of being careful about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just roll me a. Go ahead and make an athletics check. Just make it an athletics check.
That's a 21.
21. So yeah, you kind of grab a hold of it and just you rip it open, and that's when you can see, which didn't happen with your pods, but you see this liquid begins kind of just pour out. It's almost like when you crack an egg open, you can see that ambiotic liquid just kind of and spill out. Do you continue to rip?
Yeah.
Okay. You continue to rip it open, and that's when basically it cracks the rest of the way open, and the water just kind of splashes out onto the ground, and that's when you see like the humanoid figure basically fall out of it and fall slump. When you look upon this, it's almost like the being inside was dissolved. It has no skin whatsoever. It's just this muscular, you see the vein network going up it. You see a couple of pieces of like bone where it ate away at its muscle, and it just looks it is dead. Whatever this was, it is not alive.
It so basically looks like whatever this pot is essentially digested it.
Yes, and I'll let you keep that nature check from before. It's almost like what you would expect the inside of like a Venus flytrap to do. And yeah, you just see it, and it is completely lifeless.
Well, I guess it's a good thing that we got out. Let's go to that water source.
Yeah, I feel like I need to watch.
So, are you gonna leave the other one alone? You're not gonna fuck with the other one? You're not fucking with the other one?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. You guys travel for. You guys begin traveling. At this point, would you guys like to role play with each other at all while you're journeying? It's gonna take probably a couple hours before you hit an actual supply, water supply.
Yeah, sure. So as we're walking, Atlas is just kind of like 2 feet or like 3 feet away, like to the side, but like there's a distance between you guys, like you and Flump, and
Right, a safe distance.
kind of like there's like a good 10-15 minutes of silence from him, and he's just this, and he'll keep looking over like very confusedly as if he's trying to figure something out, and eventually he'll kind of like get a little closer and he'll say, "So how old are you?"
Crap, how old?
This is why I gave you a questionnaire.
Shut up! Halflings age slower, right?
They age a little bit slower than humans.
Yeah.
So I think they reach maturity around 30, 40-ish, 30-ish, something like that.
I don't have the book open.
Hold on, I have D&D Beyond up.
Yeah, it'll tell you in there. Oh, hey, Sig. How's it going?
A halfling reaches adulthood at the age of 20.
Oh, okay. So just a little bit slower than humans then.
Right. 37.
He like gives you this look like, what the fuck? He looks absolutely baffled now, and he's just gonna be quiet.
How old are you?
85.
You have no room to talk.
You look like a child.
I'm a halfling.
I don't know what that is.
How do you not know what a halfling is? This is the first thing that jumps into your head.
not know what a halfling is.
Why would I know?
Because we're everywhere.
Not in the mountains.
Clearly you haven't been looking hard enough.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, no.
Don't sass me.
So what's with the giant rabbit?
This is Flump, and he's an Almiraj.
I don't know what that is either. So as he says that, Atlas
just
will
look
like
over at Flump like, this is what it is.
So Atlas, as they're walking, Atlas will like back up, or he'll like kind of slow down and then like circle around behind, and then get on the other side of Flump.
And Flump will
we'll say
basically
hi.
kind of follow you as you do so, and when you get behind it, it kind of quickly goes to the other side to keep its eye on you, and it seems very alert, which is, you know, it's common for like rabbits to be a little skittish, but there's something about it. I'm gonna have you make another nature roll.
Sure. Ooh. 12.
12. There's something about it that, like, standard rabbits are prey, but there's something about the way it's looking at you. It has the eyes of a predator. But it kind of just keeps an eye on you, making sure you're not doing anything, and it's almost like pointing its horn at you just in case. Like, not threatening, but more of a defensive stance.
He definitely has a lot more of a gentler gait as he approaches Flump.
Okay.
And he flashes a smile, and he kind of gives it a wave. He says, "Hi, I'm Atlas."
Go ahead and make an animal handling check.
Okay. Oh no, I rolled a natural.
As you say, "Hi, I'm Atlas," like, there's just something about your tone, and you just kind of see it, like, kind of jump back and glare at you for a moment, and just kind of steps backwards and stays close to Ladori. Obviously, there's something about you that's not trusting, which could very be your smell, is the first thing you can think of. Whatever you guys were in could have left this kind of bad smell that Flump is basically picking up on. So you might be able to try again once you get all this gunk off of you.
Okay, yeah, I'll try again later. Fuck. Atlas is like having an identity crisis. He's like, what the hell? I do this all the time. Why is this not working now?
Did you say that you pat Flump, Ladori?
Yeah, like on the cheek, go pat,
So
pat.
you go to pet Flump, and like you can see this sticky membrane just kind of come off with it. There's all kinds of gunk that is just caught in its fur. It looks very uncomfortable right now.
You and me both, buddy.
You guys continue walking. You say anything else, or do you want to?
No, he's just done after that.
Awkward silence.
Yeah, awkward silence now.
You get to a small valley in the mountain, and you see a stream that is running through very gently, and it kind of crescends off of a cliff into a small waterfall. And underneath, you can actually see what looks like a very small lake or a pond at the base of the mountain.
Okay, bath time, Steve. Into the lake.
Atlas finds the most shallow part that he can and stands in it.
Okay.
Or like sits down.
Flump will charge into it and basically crash into the water, spraying a bunch of water up in the air and splashing both of you with it.
Oh, great.
It begins licking itself, trying to get this crap off of it. So essentially, the three of you bathe.
Yay!
Yep.
You get all this gross ichor off of you. Take a shower, Stinky Sig says. You get all this gross stuff off of you, and you immediately feel better. Not only physically, but just mentally. That uncomfortableness is past you. Now what do you guys do?
Would I know if there is maybe any sort of like supplies at the Everpit Arena?
The Everpit Arena, yes, there would be supplies, but that's probably about a week's travel away.
Really?
Yeah.
Even
We're
Yeah,
closer
it's
to your
even
home
further.
than
You're
the
actually
arena.
closer to your
Closer
home.
to the home.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. Well,
Well, if it took us a couple hours to get here, then it's probably almost sundown.
Yeah, and you guys
You're
are now
right.
wet, which means it's going to get cold.
Yep.
Well, I guess we can probably start collecting shit to make a bonfire.
Okay. Go ahead and make a survival roll. Are you helping Lidori?
Lidori's gonna look at Flump for a second.
No.
How much are you gonna hate me if I ask Burrow?
What did you say?
How much would you hate me if I asked you to make a burrow? Just for the night.
It's not picking up the noises on Discord that's making me mad, but yeah, basically goes and it doesn't seem to mind. It begins kind of using its claws and digging into the ground remarkably fast. And as you're gathering firewood, Atlas, you actually see this happening and going through the ground at remarkable speed. Go ahead and make a survival roll to collect firewood and kind of get a bonfire going.
Okay.
Once I've asked Flump to do that, I will help with the firewood.
Okay, so whoever has the higher roll of survival can go ahead and roll advantage.
What's your survival?
+5.
Okay, that's you.
Okay.
If you want another die 20, just let me know and I'll clone it.
Okay. Rolled a 12 and a 17 +5, so 22.
Oh yeah, no problem at all. It doesn't take you long at all to basically find dried grass, twigs, and basically dead trees, and you relatively quickly, probably within the next 10 or 15 minutes, get a roaring bonfire.
Nice.
By the time you're done that, the Flump has finished the burrow and kind of comes out. You see the horn comes out of the hole first, and it just kind of looks up, still half in the burrow, looks at both of you.
Better
Atlas
sleeping
is
in a
just
hole
like-
than out in the cold.
Oh, the bonfire, it'll be fine. I also technically have the Wanderer feat, and it says you have an excellent... So it basically says you can find food and fresh water for yourself and up to 5 other people each day.
Oh, very good to have in this setting. Okay.
Provided that the land offers berries, small game, water, and so forth.
Which it does. Yep. So you won't even have to roll. You'll be able to get enough food for all three of you.
Sweet.
Okay, so...
Yeah, Atlas will go scavenging for like a good 20 minutes.
Okay, during that time, what is Lidori and Flump doing?
Well, it would be really nice if we had weapon and or clothing. However, not entirely sure I could justify Lidori knowing how to make anything like that, considering her artisan tools I picked were for baking.
Well, I mean, sharpening a stick is better than not having a sharpened stick.
Right.
So
she'll probably, go through the dirt that Flump dug up and find a sharp enough rock to start, makeshift weapon.
Sure. Go ahead and make a survival roll.
I'm using my lucky trait.
Okay. Did you roll a 1 on that one?
I did.
Well,
And lucky is specifically for
yeah,
that one.
anytime you roll a 1, you get to re-roll it and take the second.
Are you fucking kidding me? I demand a new die.
Did you roll another 1?
I did.
All right. I will. Hang on. Clone. There you go. You have another die. Roll that one. That last one doesn't count. I'll be nice.
Jesus.
Dave.
No fucking way. Hang on.
Hold on, what if I... I rolled a 3.
Blue is cursed! Blue is cursed!
Blue is cursed. Okay, so I will let you take 10 if you want. You take your time.
You just toss it. I toss it.
Basically, you grab.
I got a 17 for time.
You grab the first stick and you try to take that rock and it just snaps it in half, and you're just like, ugh. You throw it to the ground. You pick up another one, and it happens again. You just kind of look at it and throw it to the ground. You eventually take 10, which is 10 plus whatever your survival is.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it ended the track, so. What is your survival score?
+3.
Plus 3, so 13. So eventually, you take your time, you cut away just enough, and you have a pointy stick.
I have a pointy stick.
It's basically gonna be effectively a dagger with reach. So it's a die 4. So on your character sheet, you can just add dagger. Okay. Atlas, when you come back, you've gotten quite a bit of nuts and berries, and you actually were able to find a squirrel, which you pounced on and basically ripped into the side of its neck in order to kill it.
I just fucking break it.
Yeah, you kind of broke its neck. You come back with it, and you have enough food for the 3 of you if you're deciding to share.
Yeah, I'll share.
Okay.
Yay!
So you come back just as Lidori. Are you making another spear, or are you just making one for yourself?
I'll make another one.
Okay, so you're coming back right as Lidori is basically finishing another spear. I'll go ahead and have you roll another, or do you want to just take 10 on this one as well? You want to roll or take 10?
You're rolling.
Can I just take 10?
Alright. So you're taking 10. Luckily, you guys have time. So you take that. You're basically... Atlas, you get back right as you see Lidori has fashioned a couple of makeshift spears for you. Like I said, it's effectively a dagger with reach. You can just add a dagger to your character sheet.
Okay.
Do you know how to do that?
Yeah. Think. Can't do it on here, so I'm going to.
Oh, does it? Yeah, because it's the side column. Okay, so that's definitely a flaw of having it like this.
That's it. I have mine up on the other screen.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
There.
Okay, so the 3 of you warm up by the fire, and you are now basically protected as best as you can fashion at this moment. You still have no clothes, so you're gonna either want to get in the burrow, or stay by the fire and keep the fire going all night, or you're going to have some difficulty actually getting rest. So now that you're all kind of, basically eating, you have time if you want to kind of talk to each other as well.
Yeah, so Atlas will just kind of stare into the fire and, like, wonder what the fuck happened and how he even got there. And he'll kind of look at, he'll kind of look at Lidori and just kind of quietly gather the courage to actually speak real words. And he'll go, so what's your name?
I thought we introduced ourselves earlier.
Atlas introduced himself to Flump.
Yeah, that was about it.
That's right. That's right. Okay. I'm Lidori. And this is Plump. And you're? Atlas. Yes.
I'm Atlas, yes. Do you have any idea how you got there? In that thing?
Do I have any idea how I got there in that thing?
I will allow you to make a basic intelligence check to kind of remember what happened beforehand.
Should I also do that?
If you want to, yeah. Do you have the Will Wheatons tonight?
Apparently, because I rolled a 4.
Jesus.
I rolled a 13.
Okay. So, Lidori, the last thing that you remember is you were taking a hike in the woods at the base of the mountains, but you were not on top of them. And you settled down against a log and just kind of nodded off. And that's the last thing you remember before just waking up. You also remember that you had a really strange dream last night. Atlas, what you remember is you were basically just hunting. And then something happened. You remember your foot kind of splashing into this odd substance. Now that you recall, it's very similar to the ichor that was around you. And then something happened and you just kind of felt woozy and felt very groggy and eventually passed out before you could actually get to your shelter, and you woke up inside of that pod.
What the fuck?
I took a nap and woke up there. What about you, Flump?
I see. Doesn't bode well. Tomorrow, I don't know if you live around here, but I can take you to my home a little further into the mountains. It's a 2 to 3 day trek from here, but it's closer than anything I can think of.
Well, you seem to know the area better than I do, so I'll take your word.
Atlas will just kind of shiver and like look around, and because now he's kind of paranoid now that he remembers that. And did we notice anything like that, or did Atlas happen to notice anything like that on the way to the river?
Were you actively looking around your surroundings, or more of a passive?
No.
What is your passive perception?
What is my passive? My passive perception is 15.
15. Just kind of glancing around, everything kind of seemed normal. But you do recall when you woke up and looked around, you got that really good roll. That it was a very, what's it called? Subtle difference that you noticed in the woods. You don't really notice that difference here, but that could just be because you haven't inspected your surroundings very much.
Well then, yeah, Atlas will just kind of look around and see if there's anything odd.
Alright, go ahead and, since you're actively looking, Would you rather do a nature check or an investigation check?
I'd rather do nature.
All right, go for it.
Higher. Ooh, that's only a 10.
As far as you can tell, this area is unaffected.
Okay. Well, with that, he'll just kind of curl up into a ball and stare into the fire until he feels ready. He's ready to pass out.
Okay. So I guess you're not taking the first watch. All right.
He's never really had to take watch before.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start. I'm going to build the encounter deck. I was supposed to do this at the beginning of the session, but now it's actually relevant because there's a possibility of a random encounter here. So I'm not sure if you guys saw my video on that, but basically I've got 3 decks here over on the table. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put 3 hostile cards into a new deck. And then I'm going to put 1 neutral card and 1 friendly card.
Oh
So
boy.
at this point, you guys have to put in at least 1 card. If you put in a neutral card, then you don't have to put in anything else. If you put in a friendly card, then I put in another hostile card. If both of you put in a neutral card, so basically for every 2 neutral cards that you guys put in, I put in another hostile card. So basically, you guys can take this point to kind of look in the actual friendly deck, and you can pull whatever card you want to add it into the encounter deck.
Oh.
So at this point, I will copy it so both of you can. Oh, both of you can search it at the same time. Excellent.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead and take a look, and if you guys want to add a friendly encounter into the deck, you can do so. You can add as many as you want. However, for every friendly that you put in there, I'm going to put in another hostile. You guys have to put in at least 1. We'll also search so they can kind of get, the viewers can kind of get an example of what they can expect.
I put in a friendly card.
Okay. And I put in, not the whole deck.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
please.
it's the whole deck of hostile cards. Boosh. So, Lidori, if you put in a neutral card, I do not add 1, since Atlas did not put in a neutral card. But if you put in a friendly card, I will put a hostile in.
Do I get to search the neutral, or do
No,
you...
you cannot search the neutral.
Do I shuffle it first?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and give it a shuffle.
Okay, try that.
Alright. That's all you guys are putting in?
Yeah, I was kind of like...
Yeah.
Okay, I will go sneak these away. Back to my DM corner.
Sneaky invisible corner!
Sneaky invisible corner! Yeah! Got my DM screen there. Alright, so... Lordoria, I guess you're taking first watch.
Yep, Lidori will, like, stick close to the fire and or flump to stay warm.
Okay.
And try to pay attention.
And I will roll the encounter die to see if there is a random encounter.
It's an Evan!
I saw that, yeah.
There was an Evan?
Yeah,
He boop.
he said boop.
Oh, hello, Evan. Okay. So, go ahead. You're actively looking out to make sure nothing happens?
Sure.
Alright, so go ahead and make a perception roll or an investigation, whichever's your better.
Reception!
Mhm.
Modded 20.
Modded 20.
Nice.
So you're relaxing, and Flump is basically lying on your lap and resting its head on your lap. It's you kind of have to lean back a little bit because of the horn, but you can kind of lean against the horn too, and you're just kind of
I
watching
was gonna
around.
say, is Flump leaning on me or am I leaning on Flump?
Probably a little bit of both. You're probably used to
Because-
kind of cuddling with each other to keep warm.
Yeah. Well, I say this because Flump is literally twice my size.
That's very true. You can kind of just let yourself go inside of Flump's fuzz, and so you can hear the loud from Flump as he is literally snoring. Atlas seems to also be resting as well, and the watch seems to go by uneventfully.
Yay!
Okay, now, after about 3 hours, Flump will rouse and he will take the next watch. Okay. 3 hours go by. 6 hours later, Atlas, you wake up.
Okay.
You've not gotten your full short rest yet, because it's only been 6 hours, so you got about another 2 hours or so before you can actually get up and go. So 2 more hours of rest, and you can look out for the next 2 hours and basically make sure nothing comes to eat you guys.
Okay.
Okay, so I will have you now, as they both continue resting, make your perception or investigation roll.
First, 15 for perception.
15, okay. Okay. Nothing happens. The night is uneventful. And
Yay. That's good.
one by one, Ladori and then Flump both wake up. It was a cold night. I figure Ladori and Flump probably took turns in the burrow. Or both of you squeezed in there when it was both of your turn to nap.
Probably.
Atlas, it was a cold night. You were able to keep the fire going. Actually, all three of you probably helped keep the fire going throughout the night. And you wake up unmolested the next morning.
Good.
Cool.
So congratulations, you have survived night 1.
Hooray! I'll gather up some like berries and shit. Edible plants. Yeah, just for a quick meal in the morning and.
Evan says, "Good job on not dying."
But did you die?
But did you die?
But yeah, so Atlas will do some scavenging in the morning. Probably he'd probably start like gathering stuff before Ladori and Flump wake up.
Sure.
Just so it's there for when they do.
Okay.
And he'll make sure they have enough food for the morning and.
So do you keep that food to eat later, or are you guys gonna have breakfast with it?
I mean, we could snack on
Ration
it
it
on the
out?
way there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys begin your trek and start heading towards Atlas's home. Let's change the oppressive gloom. You guys are past. It is now the next day. Let's see what else we got. And actually play. Well, let's go with this one. There we go. Alright, so the three of you continue your trek. And the area is, you've been heading down the mountain at this point. The woods are becoming more and more clustered as you head into the more wooded area at the surface of the mountain. And let's see, are you guys actively keeping a lookout, or am I using your passive perceptions?
I mean, yeah, Atlas would probably be paying attention to everything just to make sure that they're not heading like directly into whatever the hell they were surrounded by before.
Yeah, we were abducted by something and now we're walking through the woods naked. So
Okay, so then whoever has the better perception can roll with the advantage, or you can both make individual rolls.
I have a +5 to perception.
okay, you roll.
So
Okay.
go ahead and roll with the advantage.
Okay.
Considering how I've been rolling tonight, you roll.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I rolled a 19 +5, so 24.
All right, 24. You hear it before you see it, as you can hear kind of the shk of footsteps heading your way, and by the sounds of it, they're wearing some heavy, loose-fitting metal. Then in the distance, coming your way up the trail, you see what looks like a human male, probably about 5.5, 6 feet tall, right around that range, with darkened black hair, and he has his hand on his scabbard, and he looks like he's wearing chainmail with light plating, which is what the sound is, and his heavy footfall as he heads in your direction. He doesn't seem to have noticed you yet.
Atlas is ducking down and like hiding.
Okay, Ladori, you see that reaction from Atlas. And you see Flump kind of perk up, the ears kind of stand at attention, and looks to you to follow your lead.
And yes, to answer your question, Evan, it's been bad already. So, I rolled 3 nat 1s in a row.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Yeah, it wasn't
I've
just
also
the
rolled at
die.
least one.
You did get a nat 20 on the first roll. On the nature
Yeah, and then
check.
shit.
And then, yeah, it's just
did.
wheating all over the place. Alright, so Ladori, you see Flump perk up, and you see Atlas scurries off. Do you, like, hide behind something, or...?
Yeah, I mean, if there's like brush, he'd duck
Yeah.
down first, and then he'd kind of like scurry behind
Sure.
a tree
Sure.
once he like peeks around and like watches. And like if Ladori like hesitates, he starts like going, like trying to motion you to go down.
Okay, I'm going to hide behind a tree.
Alright, the three of you make stealth rolls.
I don't trust shit. Okay, sure.
Alright, I forgot to pull up. Oh, can someone make it an announcement that we're gaming in the Discord? Kai, since you have announcement privileges. Alright, let me get D&D Beyond open, because I forgot to get Lump's character sheet.
I rolled,
I rolled a 17.
what is this? A 14.
Lag. Alright, pull this off stream. Oh shit. Lump's got a +6. Okay. Flump disappears. Flump basically jumps into the brush and burrows down, because he's got a burrowing speed. What did you guys roll?
I got a 17.
17?
I got a 14.
And a 14. So basically, you guys kind of duck into the brush nearby, and it's at that point you see the adventurer, or whoever it is, just kind of going up the trails, and he's kind of looking around. Then he stops, and he looks over to your direction. Hello? Hello?
Ladori will peek around the tree.
He kind of
Hello?
is taken aback a little bit. Hello there, miss. Are you all right? Are you
Maybe.
Are you naked?
Not by choice.
Is this a trick?
No.
Cletus, is that you? Are you fucking with me?
Atlas is just like very, very carefully looking, but he's not trying to show himself.
That's okay, Ladori is distracting him because he probably heard your low roll. Yes, we're naked!
Did you say that?
No.
Okay, I was like, because he'd be like, wait.
No, Satan said, are you naked? Not by choice.
So, he looks at you very puzzled, and he thinks this might be a prank.
I have 2 questions for you, sir.
Alright.
Firstly, how far away am I from the nearest town?
Well, the nearest town, from my recollection, he kind of scrambles around and he checks his map. Let me see. Well, Morrispur is about a day and a half travel to the east. If you start traveling now, that is. That's actually where I came from. If you're going to stop there, by the way, their chocolate is the best.
He says this to a naked woman.
I will keep that in mind.
Oh, where are my manners? And you see him, he takes his cloak off, and he kind of walks forward and averts his gaze a little bit, and he hands you his cloak.
Yay, clothing! Clothing. Ladori will find a way to like wrap it around herself, so it's...
Atlas, since you are kind of sitting back and watching, I'm going to give you a perception check.
Okay.
I appreciate this man's priorities. He sees a naked lady in the forest and he offers her her cloak and advice on chocolate.
I got a 17 on perception.
17. You can see, judging by his backpack, he's got a bedroll, he's got pots and pans, he has a sword, like I said. He has probably a... You can kind of hear the jingling of a coin bag dangling off his belt, as well as a couple potions strapped to his belt. He's prepared to adventure, which, you know, depending on how you want to approach it, there is an opportunity there.
The first thought that ran through my head was, I want to rob this man.
Midori will be very unhappy if you rob this man. He's very nice.
So, might I ask what you're doing out here? Just... Your skivvies hiding behind a tree.
You could ask that if I were wearing skivvies.
What? Naked, my dear. Why are you naked?
I don't know.
Ah, so it was one of those nights. I've had a fair share of those myself.
No. I don't think.
Are you in trouble, dear?
No. Maybe. No. Midori legitimately doesn't know.
You are an odd sort, do you know that?
Yes.
Is there some way I can assist you, my lady?
So, Okay, I have 2 more questions for you.
Fire away.
Questions coming. Have people been going missing around this area?
Actually, that is one of the reasons I'm out here. There have been a few wanted posts of missing people, several actually, an alarming amount.
Okay. Have you found any of these missing people?
Fortunately, no. My travels have been quite uneventful up until now, that is. It's not every day that you come across a halfling in your state.
Okay, so I'm going to be 100% honest with you because I can't lie to save my life. I was walking along the base of these mountains.
Yes?
I found myself tired. I sat down to take a nap, and I woke up at the top of the mountain naked.
You don't say. He's gonna roll an insight check. Because he is not sure how to react.
That's fine. Midori's being 100% honest with him. No.
He seems a little unsure, but for the most part, it's like, alright, you seem honest enough. Do you think it is some sort of sinister plot that is happening? What do you recall before you went missing?
Before I went missing, I was taking a walk. I sat down for a nap. And that's all I remember.
Surely there's something else you must remember, because if you are here and you're alive, perhaps the missing appearances are connected to whatever is going on, and if you were able to escape from the clutches, then what do you remember when you woke up? What happened?
I really don't want to remember that because it's gross.
Well, I do not mean to pry.
No, and she, like, makes a gesture, like she's trying to describe the egg thing, but she doesn't have for it.
I'm just, Atlas is just watching all of this, and he's just like...
Midori is very trusting of people and doesn't see anything weird with being honest. So, there's that. She likes to believe in the best.
Isn't that one of your personality traits?
I'm pretty sure it is.
I will give you the I will give you inspiration if you don't already have it.
I already have it. I should have used it earlier.
Oh yeah. Oh well.
I could have wasted it on one of those nat ones.
Yep.
Okay. So at the top of the mountain there were these pods. It would have been a waste if I had rolled another natural one. Because remember, I rolled 3 in a row.
Yep.
That's pretty shitty.
At the top of the mountain, there were these, like...
You just hear from the back of the tree that Atlas is hiding, and he says, "They were cocoons!"
He just kind of like jumps a little bit and looks in your direction. Like, what the hell? You see him grab
the only one up
hold of
there.
the hilt of his weapon, and he's
Wait. I wasn't the only one up there.
Atlas kind of peeks around and he looks very unhappy.
Ma'am, I'm sorry.
I didn't hear any of that. You cut out.
He looks. Oh, ma'am. He averts his gaze from
I'm
you.
not a ma'am.
My apologies. My eyes must be deceiving me. You seem kind of like unbuttoning his. He actually like unstraps his armor, and he takes off his armor. Then he takes his shirt off and hands it to you. It's a very long shirt. Basically,
I'm imagining this guy is very tall compared to us.
Yes, it's a long shirt anyways, because it's like one of those tunic ones that's meant to have a belt over it, and he kind of just hands it over to you. Very, very awkward. He's like,
Man is stripping for you.
I mean,
and he's not a bad-looking man. You see him with his shirt off, and he's built. I mean, he probably has a good 15, 16 strength or so. He looks very well cut. He looks like he'd be good for adventuring.
Atlas like very hesitantly reaches for the shirt and like snatches it out of his hand and like hides behind the tree.
You see him put the armor back on. You kind of hear him wince a little bit as the chains kind of get caught where the skin is, but he reclasps it. Yeah, but he, you know, you get the kind of gist from this guy. He more wants to be the gentleman. He more wants to do the right thing. You guys got one of the friendly cards. You got the novice adventure.
I figured.
Yeah, Atlas will like put the shirt on and like kind of readjust it and like kind of tie, if it's long enough, kind of tie the bottom of it up and then like kind of wrap it around his legs so it's kind of acts like pants, like it's a romper at this point. And he'll kind of like peek out. Well, he's an honest stripper.
He's an honest stripper.
He'll kind of peek out, and he just does not want to be perceived right now. So,
yes, we were up on top of the mountain in these cocoons, or I don't know, kind of like eggs, the inside of eggs without the shell. You know, that sticky membrane. It was gross.
Sure. I think. You're not cocoon people, are you?
What?
Cocoon people. You're not cocoon people, are you?
what the fuck is that?
I don't know. You guys said you emerged from cocoons, and now I am concerned.
Well, we look a lot better than the other people that were in them.
There were others.
There were others, and they were dead. Like they had been dissolved inside of them.
Yeah.
Can you point me in the direction that they were?
The mountain just keeps going that way.
Very well. Well, it isn't much, but you see him reach to his coin purse, and he hands it over to Lidori. But
Probably for the best.
get yourself to the nearest town or establishment and buy yourself some clothes, some food, drink, and take care of yourselves. I'm going to head in that direction, and if all I find is the dead bodies, I will at least give them a proper burial.
Be careful. We don't know what happened.
Well, may we meet in more pleasant terms, then. Right. Introductions. Malkador, at your service.
I'm Lidori.
Lidori, and you, sir.
Atlas. He just kind of like, he doesn't even like make eye contact.
Well, Atlas, Lidori, a pleasure. I wish you the best of luck. May Palor guide your path. And you see him, he takes one final bow, turns around, and he heads up the trail.
He was nice.
You kind of look inside of the pack.
Yeah.
It looks like he used his pack as kind of an end-all. Goodbye, honest stripper man. Thank you, Sig. He looks inside. Sorry, Ladora. You look inside. You see he kind of uses his bag as kind of a catch-all. Inside, you find 5 pieces of copper.
I should probably write.
You
this
should
down.
probably write this down. That's why I'm pausing in between.
5 copper.
Yep, 5 copper. There is 7 silver.
Yep.
1 piece of gold.
Uh-huh.
And a day's worth of rations, like dried beef.
Okay.
Yay! Happy encounter.
Thank God.
All right. So
1 day of ration.
after that, what do you guys do?
Atlas will kind of like watch the guy walk in the direction, and he'll kind of look at Lidori and he'll say, "Would you rather go to this town, or would you rather me keep heading towards my home?"
I mean, which one's closer?
Judging by your current position, it's if you were heading to the town, your home would only be a little bit out of the way. Your home is closer; it's probably about another day's travel, whereas the town is another day and a half travel. And if you went out of your way to go to your house first, it would tack on another half day.
Okay.
Let's just keep going to your place because I don't feel like walking through a town wearing nothing but a cloak.
Yeah. Maybe my father will have some idea of what's going on in the mountains.
Out of character, do you still live with Menodius? Or have you kind of
Yeah.
spread your wings and moved on?
I mean, he definitely he stuck around in the forest. But
So home is probably nearby. It's just
Right.
not with him.
True.
Okay. So do you guys say anything else to each other before you take off?
No.
It's kind of this awkward state at this point. Kind of
Yeah.
want to get some clothes, especially in case you run into anybody else along the way.
Flomp, get out of the hole.
Kind of peeks up. Yep. Scurries out. Yep.
Atlas suddenly has a thought, and he's like, "Oh God, what if our equipment was dissolved in the cocoon?"
That means anything with sentimental value could be gone.
Well, considering I was fully geared and now I am not, either something took our gear off of us or it got dissolved. The cocoon thing.
Loud sigh. Alright, let's go.
Real quick, I do want to check. I'm gonna send you a message token real quick via Discord. Okay. All right. So, do the 3 of you kind of head on your way and continue?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
I mean, are we gonna stick around and wait for the next stripper man to come by?
Hey, he was nice. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so what? What was that squint?
There are secrets being passed behind my back.
I thought you saw something on the stream that I.
No. There are secrets being passed behind my back.
There are something that is specific to his character. No. Okay. So you continue on your way and travel for another day. It is, well, not another day, but it's starting to basically, the night is beginning to creep down in the sunset when, since both of you said, I'm sorry, the sun is starting to set in the sunset. That was horrible verbiage. The sun is starting to set in the tree line, is what I meant to say. At which point you both said that you are kind of actively looking out. I'll have you roll another perception check.
Okay.
Lidori is bored and not paying attention, apparently.
Oh, apparently I'm also bored and not paying attention.
What
I got
did you guys
8.
roll? 8? Okay.
I got a 6.
Okay.
We're so good at this.
That's okay. Luckily, Flump has
My
a
passive
16 passive perception.
That was my passive perception's also 15.
Oh, okay. So yeah, because whenever you fail an active perception roll, you can't roll underneath your passive. So you always will roll at least your passive perception, unless you roll a 1. So that's something to keep in mind.
No, I didn't roll a 1. I rolled a 3.
Perfect. So what is Lidori's passive perception?
11.
Okay. So at the same time, basically, Lidori, you look over and you see Flump kind of peek up, the ears stand at attention once more, and Atlas, you hear it as well in the distance just a moment later. You hear this loud, guttural noise.
Aw, I don't think it picked it up.
It didn't pick it up, no.
No,
No, it's still not picking it up.
it's a loud, like a low guttural roar. It's probably picking it up on the stream, but I don't think Discord is picking it up.
Yeah, Discord's not picking it up. Because apparently Evan can hear it.
Oh yeah, it's probably Discord.
Yeah, Discord kind of sucks, but yeah, I could probably trick it into, like, if I start talking and then go like that, it'll probably work there. So yeah, you hear that low guttural roar.
Have I ever heard that before?
Go ahead and make a nature check.
Okay. Please quit rolling bad, thank you. 14?
14. It sounds like probably a big animal in pain.
Oh. Shit, where is it? I'll start heading in the direction it's coming from.
It's actually like roughly on the way. It's a little bit off the beaten path, but yeah, it's not gonna like take away any time to get to. Lidori, you see Atlas starting to head off the path a little bit.
Well, I will follow him.
Okay. And Flump also heads in that direction as you continue basically following this sound that just kind of keeps off in the distance, and you continue, and then eventually you see it, and much to your surprise, you see a big ass bear, and it is basically, it looks like it's chewing at its foot. That's when you realize it looks like its foot is actually caught in a bear's trap. And it doesn't seem to have noticed you yet.
Okay, I'm going to very carefully approach it.
Okay. So are you stealthing first? Or are you presenting yourself?
Yeah, I'm definitely making myself known so I don't freak it out.
Okay, go ahead and
accident.
make an animal handling check.
Okay, alright. Come on. 14.
14. It like suddenly sees you and jerks in your direction, kind of gives you this intimidating sort of stance, and it tugs in your direction, and it causes it pain as it yanks and looks back down at its wound and cries out in pain.
Oh no, okay, I'll keep very, very gently approaching it, kind of keeping my head low, arms out, hands out, and just kind of keep inching and inching towards the trap.
Okay. It is very hesitant of you approaching, and it's still very unsure of you. I'm gonna have you roll another handle animal check.
Okay. Come on. That's much better. 6. I can't do math. 17.
17. So it's definitely afraid of you. It's on the younger side. It's not a cub by any means, but it's definitely a younger bear. And it just unfortunately got caught in a trap. And you head up to it. It doesn't seem to be aggressive towards you at this moment.
Okay. So with that, I'll try to open the trap and get it free.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Okay. Shit. That is gonna be a 16.
16. So you reach for the trap, and as you do so, you see kind of at you, and you kind of jump back a little bit, but your handle animal check, you kind of ease it a little bit. You slowly put your hands on the trap and begin prying it open. There's a point where like you get it to about here and lose it a little bit, but it doesn't actually impact the leg. And you get it open enough, and then you see the bear just kind of jump out of the trap and take a few steps back. It's holding the injured leg up and looks at you in a defensive stance in your direction.
I'm going to shit. Do I still have any like berries on me?
We'll say yes.
Okay,
You kept some.
I will cast Goodberry.
Oh, sure.
And I will just I'll take a handful. It says I think it's up to 10 of them. Yep, 10 berries. So I'll take like 5 of them,
sure.
and I'll hand it to them.
So you
like kind of.
Yeah. Hold your hand out with a handful of berries, and it seems hesitant at first, but then approaches and sniffs your hand and sniffs the berries, and
heal them 5.
It almost snips at you a little bit because it's a fucking bear, but it gobbles down the berries, and you can see the damage that has been done to its paw actually begins to seal up and heal, and the fur actually slowly begins to grow back. It doesn't grow back completely. You still see a little bit of a bald spot, but
a good starting point.
It licks at its paw and places it on the ground and looks at you and just kind of brings its nose right into your face. And
just let it happen.
And a low guttural noise, and gives you a nice big lick in the face, and then wanders off into the woods.
Alice will watch this happen and then stare at the fucking bear trap and like suddenly get really pissed off. He'll take the bear trap with him.
Sure. Okay.
Like, carry this bitch. I'll look around and see if there are any more.
Sure. Go ahead and make an investigation roll.
Investigation's not great. 10.
10. You don't see any other traps in the vicinity. However, you do see what looks like footprints that go off a little bit off the road.
Okay. Do the footprints head off in a direction that is away from my home?
It's a little bit away, but not maybe. Yeah, it's a little bit off. You don't know how far, obviously, the tracks go from here.
Okay.
Unless you wanted to basically track it and use survival. You can do that and see how fresh these traps are.
No. how fresh the traps are?
I'm sorry,
Or the
tracks. The tracks are.
Yeah, I'll see how fresh they are. At least. I'm not gonna track them just yet. What would this be?
Survival.
Yep, survival.
Shit, must be survival. So... 22.
22. By the looks of it, is probably placed by about 3 individuals, and they're probably roughly a day old.
Okay. So they may or may not still be around. Atlas will just kind of look back at Lidori and say, I'll deal with this later. Let's keep heading to my house. Or home.
You continue on the track. Night falls, and do you guys keep trekking through the night? Because you're about 6 to 8 hours away from your home at this point. You could risk the rank of exhaustion, continue through the night, or you can rest for the night and basically risk a random encounter. Either way, you're risking a random encounter, but one could be where you are now, like where you make up camp 6 hours away from your home, or one could be on the way to your house. So basically, choose between one random encounter or 2 random encounters. A possibility of them, because you don't always get a random encounter.
I would say just keep going if we're that close.
Yeah, okay. Let's do that then.
Okay. Alright, so... final random encounter roll. Okay. You continue throughout the night, and you are starting to get very, very tired. Your legs are aching, and I'm going to have both of you make Constitution saving throws to see if you suffer any exhaustion.
Okay.
Which Flump also has to make. Flump's okay.
I got a 16.
Okay.
I got a 15.
15 was the difficulty. So you
Yay.
are very tired, but the night trek is uneventful. As you get into, basically, you go off the trail at this point. You're in your territory. You know exactly where you are. And your home is not on the beaten trail for obvious reasons. That way people can't find you by mistake. And you head to your house. You can see your hut in the distance, which is just your hut. It's not big enough for Menodius to come and sit in or anything like that.
Right, yeah.
But it's your little hovel in the forest that you probably built yourself over a period of time. Lidori, you see this for the first time. Atlas, why don't you describe what your home would look like?
Well, first off, how big are the trees in this area? Like, how big can they get?
In this area, it's probably mostly pine trees, so they can get a good, 50 feet. They can get pretty tall. Okay.
So it's kind of like in between a couple of trees, and he uses it for support. It's more square than round. And the roofing, the hatching is all pine branches. And he's got vines and grass growing up there to help, erosion, the rainwater to fall off. It's small enough for one person to live in, and there are a couple windows. But it's cozy.
Okay, hang on just a second.
Lidori's a halfling. She knows all about cozy.
Right. Let me see here.
Oh, and it's probably also got a stone, an earthy base for foundation.
Sure.
Because I fucking can just control the earth.
Right. Gotta wait for Tabletop Simulator to respond.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just expanded.
Oh no!
Did I just lose connection?
Yeet.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to reconnect.
Yep.
Would you say it's like a tent or
No, it's more like a little hut.
a little hut? Okay. Little tiny hut. Little tiny hut. And we'll get the other tree in there. Boop.
It's just floating.
Okay, so let's get you guys over here, and then I'm gonna have you guys make perception rolls.
Are you gonna be nice to me now that I've disconnected and reconnected?
I got an 18.
I also got an 18.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, 16, I'm sorry.
So the door looks like it's been damp. Did you have a lock on your door?
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay. So it looks like the door is slightly ajar. You're pretty good about closing it after you leave, and you can hear what sounds like something rifling inside. There's something inside of your home right now. Wrong side.
I'm gonna get low and kind of... I'm gonna wrap around the house and try to look through the window.
Okay. So you're stealthing?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a fucking stealth roll. God, you're stealthing? What roll is that?
That would be a 16? Yeah.
Okay. So you, like, whereabouts are you headed? Let's say there's probably a window on the side of the house?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, over here.
Okay. So you look inside, and it looks like there's something scurrying inside, some sort of small wildlife just kind of rummaging through your stuff. A couple of the cabinets are, like, you know, swung open, and you see, like, some of your food rations are spilled onto the floor, and you see something furry kind of scurry across the floor.
Oh, if it's just wildlife, I'm just gonna walk in.
Okay. So you kind of go around and open up the door?
Yeah, I'm open up and be like, come on, guys, would it really, like...
So you open up the door, and you see, like, this raccoon kind of perk up and runs out of your house, and then you hear something whiz by your ear as you see an arrow right into your door. Okay.
Where the fuck did that come from?
Well, roll initiative.
Fuck.
Let's change the music here.
Oh, God.
Alright, so, what did everybody get?
Huh?
What
Oh,
did
we're rolling
everybody get
initiative?
for initiative? Yes.
I'm going last.
Did you roll another one?
No, I rolled 3.
Okay, which is worse because you can't re-roll it.
I got a 21 for initiative.
Okay, so 21. So it's going to, hey, I've got an initiative tracker over here. This is great. I love Tabletop
I was
Simulator.
messing with this earlier.
Yeah, it's fun.
Hi.
So let's take these two.
You're not getting the prize. No, you're not.
No, you're not. What? What's happening here? Okay, let's just set those down. Okay, so Ladori, you rolled a 3?
Yep.
Okay. So, Atlas, it is your turn.
What the hell am I looking at?
You do not see anything. You just saw the arrow miss, basically. That was their surprise round, but they're still concealed. You're not sure where they are.
Do I know where the direction the arrow came from?
Go ahead and make an intelligence roll. Just a raw intelligence to kind of get the trajectory of how it fired.
19.
19. Judging by the position, it probably came from the overgrown bushes over here.
It came from outside.
Yes.
Oh, it came from behind me. I am going to cast Dancing Lights.
Okay. Is that an action or a bonus action?
That is an action.
Okay.
And it's gonna be four orbs of light. And I'm going to send them all out in the direction I found them. So like they're gonna surround over here.
Okay. So it is dim light right now. That will basically make it so it's lit up, so you guys won't be at disadvantage for like perception-based stuff. So you send the orbs over here. Let me see. Do I have something I can use to represent the orbs? I would assume so. Let me see. Maybe a will-o'-the-wisp?
Pretty much what they are.
Yep. There we go. Okay. Right. We'll copy.
But I'm gonna have them in a circle, and they can be.
Can you move those? I think you can probably move those.
Yeah, I can move them there.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah,
put them wherever you want.
They have to be within what, 20 feet of each other?
20 feet of each
Yes.
other. Yeah. So I'll have them do. Like.
Okay.
That.
All right. So I will give you a perception check at normal roll, because you're not at disadvantage because the lights are there. See if you can see where the fucker is.
I do have dark vision, but.
Yeah. Well, you still.
I rolled a natural 1.
Damn.
No, you have inspiration.
Oh,
I do have inspiration.
There
I'll
you
go ahead and use
Yeah,
that.
go ahead and use your inspiration.
Jesus Christ. That's not much better. You said perception, so that's gonna be 13.
Yeah, no, you still aren't sure where exactly they are. It is starting to stretch into the morning at this point, so there, like I said, dim light, so that area is well illuminated. So it's just maybe the lights are starting to get in your eye. You're not able to actually see where they are, but you're pretty sure they're in this vicinity. That is your turn, and that means it is their turns, because unfortunately, Ladori rolled really bad.
Yep.
Ladora rolled really bad.
Yep. And I'm assuming whatever Flump does goes on my turn.
Yes, Flump's just gonna go on your turn.
Yep, I figured that's easiest. What are those? Hello.
Okay.
What the fuck?
So
These are honest men.
what? 25, 30. And 15, 20, 25, 30.
I am so small!
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright, so just out of nowhere, as you see, you are suddenly surrounded by 3 individuals. They all have their weapons drawn, and they are charging at you. However, they can't do anything else because they used up their entire movement. Actually, do they have anything they can use with a bonus action? for an action. Yeah, they can dash. They'll use. You know what? No. They're gonna use all three of them are gonna use the ready action. So that is their turn. So it is Lidori, your turn.
Lidori is pretty much going, really?
You are so small.
I am so small!
Oh, well, these guys are also big.
Yeah,
so...
yeah, I think you just didn't scale them down to matches, but I'm still so small.
Well, I should probably just scale you up. There we go. That's better.
Okay. So do these guys just look like run-of-the-mill bandits?
Yes. Yes.
Whoa.
Are you okay?
Yep.
What's the...
I'm just debating because okay, you know how I said I usually get a handle on how the character acts first, like actual game session?
You're getting a handle on it? You're still kind of thinking?
No, the reaction just wasn't what I was expecting.
Okay. What do you do?
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Okay, grumbling is a free action.
Okay, would slashing them also be a free action? Because she's not wearing anything except the cloak.
A performance check? That would be an action. It would be an action. But yeah, if you wanted to flash them, you
It's
could.
like, I have nothing for you to take, leave me alone!
You could make a perception performance roll as an action. If you wanted to.
Could it be persuasion?
Sure. And because of just me being caught off guard from that, I'll give you the advantage on it if you want.
I hate these dice. Really? Can I have a commune tokens dice? Because
Here, you can have this one.
really well.
Here, right, you can take this one.
Okay.
Alright, yeah. You can just color it blue. Or maybe it's the color blue that's causing
Yeah,
it to...
just keep it red. It's fine.
Just keep it red.
Just keep it.
Red rolls better.
Nope.
Well, apparently not.
There you go.
23.
23. Okay. I guess he's gonna make a... So which one are you flashing?
The one closest to me, because she's literally just going to like hold the cloak open and go, I have nothing for you to take.
Okay. Okay, hang on. Okay, so you see him, like, he was readying an attack. If you, like, closed the distance, he was going to use his reaction to attack. However, that didn't happen because you flashed him, and he's just like, and like a deer in headlights, he's just kind of staring at you. That's his, yeah, so that's your action. It seemed to have shocked that one, at least. Atlas, it is your, unless you have any bonus actions that you can do.
Nope, that's pretty much all I wanted to do.
Atlas, it is your turn. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so which one did you flash? The yellow one?
Yes,
This guy?
the yellow one is...
What did Flump do?
Oh, yeah, it's Flump's turn. Flump fucking sees immediate danger, charges, and he's going to attack this one. Which the other one is going to take its reaction to hit, to basically strike first, because he was doing that. And misses horribly. And then it is Flump's roll. And also misses. So basically, you see Flump just kind of charge at and just jump into the air with its horn straight at the bandit. The bandit sidesteps and tries to swipe, but Flump is just too fast for him, and the blade burrows into the ground. Now it is Atlas's turn.
Okay.
Yeah, it just flashes him. What? That's perfect. That's wonderful. And that would make me stop. I mean,
I know. Oscar, come here.
Atlas. Think.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm thinking.
You like you said, you have dark vision, so you're not disadvantaged on attacks. It's only perception rolls, so you're all set there.
Okay.
I'm gonna go grab a soda. You want one?
I would appreciate that. Being a DM means I talk a lot.
I know.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna rush the dude that, she flashed.
Okay. I will say he is caught off guard, and you're at the advantage for this attack.
Okay.
Because he was not expecting to get flashed.
Massive. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna rush him and try to use my makeshift dagger
Okay.
to stab.
You do have reach with that weapon, by the way, so you actually can be right here if you wanted to and attack.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Because
Okay,
it's a spear. It's just not a very good spear, so it only does die 4.
Right.
Remember, you are at the advantage.
Oh.
Because he's getting flashed right now.
Okay.
He is distracted by
That
the
was literally. I rolled a 2 and a 3. Wow. Okay.
I don't
my
like these
total,
dice.
My total was 8.
You go to just charge in and then strike with the makeshift spear, and you see him just kind of oogling at Ladori like, and then he turns and he's like, oh shit, and just ducks and it goes right over his head. That makes it their turns. Let's see. So this one is going to attack Flump.
My Flump.
The other one lost his reaction. That's a miss. This one will... Yeah. Gonna go for you. And this one's going to go for you as well. So this one is... The one behind is basically going to use the help action to give this one advantage on the roll.
Okay.
Okay, that's probably a miss. What's your AC? Without armor.
10.
10. So yeah, he hits. So be a... Ooh, you take 6 damage. As he just charges forward, you feel that guy from behind you. You turn around, and as soon as you turn back, the guy you flashed turns around and just slices down your chest and leaves a nice gash open.
Really?
Boy! Okay, that is the bandits' turns. It is now Ladori and Flump's turn.
Ladori's gonna try to stab this guy.
Okay.
He tried to cut into the boobs, okay?
Yep.
That's not a pleasant feeling. That's a 22 hit.
22 hits, yes. And it's a die 4 plus, yeah. Die 4 plus your, strength modifier for damage.
7.
7, okay. So, basically, the one in front of you?
Yeah,
So, it basically slashes you down and gashes you open. You kind of wince back, and you just kind of look at
you're
him.
attacking an unarmed and unarmored woman. Stab.
And then you reach forward and you basically jab him, and the sheer strength carries this stick right through this guy's leather armor into his chest, and you see him, and he falls to the ground.
Wow.
And Ladori's gonna turn around and point at the guy behind her. He's next.
I want him to be on his side. There we go.
It's good enough.
Oh, I see. He's like caught on Ladori.
Yeah. This is
Oh,
the
he's gonna
Dory's
flick.
hitbox. Oh, that didn't work.
Hey!
Oh shit.
Alright, yeah, that didn't work. Alright, so. Alright, let me flip it.
Oh, that was good.
Hi, Ellie. Stream, say hi to Ellie. Ellie, hey, say hi to Stream.
Hi.
I'm surprised none of my cats have bothered me.
Okay, so that is your turn. Can you do anything else? Do you want to move? Do you want to?
Nope, because, like I said, Ladori's essentially going to turn around and point at the guy behind her, because he's next.
Okay.
And what the
Flump is gonna go after the bandit. That's in front of him. Hopefully he hits this time. No, just strikes forward and just doesn't make it make purchase and misses. At which point it is Atlas's turn.
Well, now that the dude that he was originally going for is done for, he's gonna turn around
He's
and go to
currently
this
dying.
dude.
He's not dead, but he is currently dying.
Don't
Okay.
stand on me.
I'm not trying to. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
The hitboxes on you guys are a little
So
weird.
yeah, he's gonna go after this bitch. And he's going to use Thunderclap.
Oh.
So that's a Constitution saving throw.
What's the range on that? Is that gonna hit Ladori and Flump?
Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, then, fuck, forgot about that. Then,
Just stab him.
yeah, I'll just stab him. I forgot that's a radius around me. What the hell?
Yeah.
No. Roll. There we go. 12 plus, so 17.
17? 17 hits.
Nice. Okay, so that's a what, a D4, D6. It's a D4 damage, I think.
Yes, D4 plus your strength modifier.
Okay. Oh, max damage.
Nice.
So it's +3, so 7.
7. So you strike forward, you jab it into the side where his kidney is, and you just and you see him fall to the ground as well.
Good.
And he is currently dying. It is now their turns, so they're gonna make their death saving throws. Because you guys are playing on hard mode. That is a failure for that one,
Oh, nice.
and a success for that one. What should I do for the marker on that? Let me see here. Let me get out. Component object. There we go. Okay. And the other one is going to see two of his compadres fall. And he's going to take the disengage action and book it. So disengage, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And yeah, so he's running. Making it Ladori and Flump's turn. You're, by the way, I'm 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. If you went here, no, you still wouldn't be able to reach. Well, you could bonus 5-foot step and hit him if you wanted to melee. Or
No, I couldn't.
you could use a ranged weapon. Why?
Because my speed is 25.
Oh, that's right.
Because I'm fucking short.
You are short. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. However, you can use the spear as a ranged weapon.
Yeah, but then I fear it. Honestly, I see Ladori as being really tired and just wants to be done with this. Sorry, what? So Ladori is going to ignore the guy running away because he's a fucking coward. And she's going to essentially
A melee strike to someone who is down is 2 automatic failures, by the way. It's considered an auto crit.
No, I know, except she's striking me as the character who wouldn't do that. She would use lay on hands to recover 1 hit point and tie his hands behind his back and go, have we learned our fucking lesson?
You can do that too.
That's what she's going to do. She's going to, you know, kind of like kick him so he's on his side and tie his hands behind his back before she heals him.
Okay. So what is lay on hands a bonus? Or is that an action?
It's an action.
So yeah, you're gonna have to do one before you do the other. Which one would you like to do first?
She'll heal him first.
Okay.
1 point.
Okay, we'll get rid of that. And he is prone currently.
And her spear is pointed at him because if you fucking try to do anything funny,
So
you're going down again.
you see him fall to the ground. You kind of brace the blood coming from your chest, and you take the other hand and touch over his chest where you had, impaled him. And you see the wound begin to magically heal. You see this as well, Atlas. And he kind of coughs up a little bit of blood, and his eyes flicker open and kind of jump back as he sees a spear right to his head. It is now Flump's turn. Flump has a 60-foot movement speed.
I can't control what. If Flump wants to eat this guy that's on Flump.
And let's see, hang on. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. as a burrowing speed. All right, so you see Flump jump into the air, and he like with 3 points. Two of the points are his claws, and 1 point is the horn. As he burrows into the ground and just like starts going underneath.
Oh
the guy is running, basically running away. He looks over his shoulder and he stops. Well, he doesn't stop running, but he like looks puzzled as he's looking around trying to see where this fucking rabbit thing went. And then he sees basically Flump just jump and breach out of the ground, basically surprising him. And he's gonna get a sneak attack because he has the advantage.
Oh my god.
Flump burrowing speed, gotta love it. Alright, so at the advantage.
Suk actually did some research into the Mirage because they're a legitimate monster in D&D. And this is something that they actually...
Yeah, this is an actual tactic that they do.
Horrifying.
Okay, they definitely hit. And okay. Oh, okay. That's an instant kill. Okay, so both of you see just Flump jumps into the air out from the ground and jabs him in the back with his horn. He turns around and he's like starting to react to being struck as you see his skin begin to change color and his legs slowly become this grayish stony tone as his entire body turns into a statue.
Oh.
That's also something that actually happened with Elmirash.
If something dies from, not like goes unconscious, but if something specifically dies, they become stone, and he delivered more than twice the HP, so it was an instant death.
God. Holy shit.
I didn't even roll his fucking sneak attack. Oh my god, I forgot. Let me see how much yeah, it was only 1 extra hit points. Yeah, but he did. You have a new statue on your lawn.
Nice.
I mean,
I'll add it to my foundation.
Yeah.
You can add Christmas decorations to it.
Alright, that makes it Atlas's turn. You turn around and you see basically the other bandit is prone with the spear to his forehead. It is your turn. What do you do?
He'll kind of grimace at the fact that Lidori wasted effort to even bring him back.
Lidori is a good person. She doesn't want to kill people.
And Atlas will flip the other guy, who's on the ground, and start rifling through his belongings.
Okay.
My shit now, bitch.
So I am going to have that one who is on the ground make a death save and fails. So we'll just add this to the collection. And then we will... I'm gonna make a wisdom saving throw for the one that has a spear to its head. And Lidori, I will have you make a free intimidation check.
Intimidation!
Yeah, just intimidation. Not enough to get the advantage, but intimidation for free.
18.
18. So you see me. I yield! I yield! Please don't kill me, I'm sorry.
I have had a very long couple of days.
Okay.
And all I want is some food and some clothes.
He starts taking his clothes off and throws it to the ground. God, everybody's stripping around you guys.
I'm trying to make anybody strip, apparently.
Oh. Oh my.
Oh my god. What's hilarious is that you flashed this guy.
Yeah, but he's going to start taking his belongings off. Another 6 seconds go by. Let's see what happens here. That's another death saving throw.
He just dies.
Are you just going to let him die?
Yeah.
See if he stabilizes. He's dead. So as you're rummaging through his belongings, you see the blood underneath him just begin to pool out and the life leaves his body.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so the other one is currently just kind of shaking in his boots, waiting to see what you guys are going to do.
I'm still rifling through the dead guy's body.
We'll say that you loot him, and I'll go through all three of them at the same time so we can get the role play out of the way of what you guys want to do with this guy. Let me change the music real quick. I think this might be a good one. I don't know. Sure, let's go with this one. Alright, so you've got the spear to his head. He takes off his clothes and he begins to drop all of his supplies because he doesn't want to die.
That's not what I meant, but thank you.
You said you wanted clothes! I'm sorry! You said you wanted clothes! Just don't kill me!
Your clothes look like they'll fit me?
No, I guess not. Better than nothing?
Yeah.
Can I...
You just hear Atlas mutter "fucking fool" under his breath.
Oh god, is... Clarence? Is he dead? Jebediah!
He's just stoned in the distance.
What the hell are you?
Atlas is finished rifling through whatever he could find, and he stands up and he says, "This is what you get for fucking entering my forest."
He shakes his head very quickly, so quickly you can't pick it up on the camera. And
he points at Lidori and he says, "She was nice enough to actually keep you alive. You better fucking get out of here, and if I ever see you again, you will die."
He scrambles to his feet and charges off naked. He doesn't even care. He was spared, and that's good enough for him. He's gone. Okay.
I go back to rifling through the guy's body.
All right. So
well, what did I find?
You guys loot. So you find a short sword.
Nice.
Let's see. Okay, are you adding this to your character sheet?
Yes.
Okay. So let me know when you're done adding the short sword.
Okay.
Was that a K as in you're done?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay. You find a buckler.
A buckler?
Yep.
It's not popping up in the list. A bucket.
Shield. It would just be listed as a shield.
Yep. Okay.
You find a suit of leather armor.
That's now covered in blood.
Yep. Bloody leather armor.
Leather armor. Okay.
You find traveler's clothes.
Okay.
And 15 copper.
Nice. Where's my money? Currency.
Yep.
Here we go. Okay.
Alright, that's everything that he had on him.
Nice.
And the other one that is now turned to stone, you can get the stuff off of him. It's going to take a little bit longer because you have to kind of shimmy
can I really?
You have to kind of shimmy it off of the statue.
That's a fucking stone body.
But he has essentially the same thing, except he has 10 copper on him. So
Okay.
another short sword, another suit of leather armor, another shield, and 10 copper.
Nice.
Okay. And yeah, so that's that battle. You are now at your house. Like I said, you can see the inside has been rummaged through by wildlife.
Yeah.
You're kind of getting the idea that maybe the bandits put that raccoon inside to kind of use it to lure you into a sense of false security, thinking it was just an animal. But yeah, that kind of backfired on them.
Yeah, it sure fucking did.
So
I'll cancel the dancing lights out there.
Okay.
They'll just kind of swoop.
Okay. So you were home. Everything's pretty much there. You have less food supplies, unfortunately, but other than that, it's pretty much in the state that you left it. And I will give you perception. No, investigation roll. Yeah, roll investigation for me.
That is a 19.
19. So you're kind of looking through your belongings, and then you think to look under your bed, and there it is. You didn't bring it with you last night.
Oh, thank God.
The drum. Alright, so Ladori, you can kind of see Atlas going through his things, and he reaches under the bed and pulls out this small, it looks like a handmade drum, and looks relieved to see it.
He'll kind of like stare at it for a moment while he sits on the floor and then just kind of shoves it back under there.
Okay, what do you guys do?
He'll like turn around and look at Ladori and say, "Do you want some food?"
I
Just
love some food.
completely casual, as if he just like everything that happened outside didn't even like just occur.
It's another day.
Okay, yeah. So Atlas will start cooking up something.
Okay.
Dory will be some of these travelers' clothes and trying
Yeah.
to get something that fits halfway.
It at least is something. So
Right.
you will at least be warm when you travel. You have a little bit of armor. It doesn't fit you very well.
No, but I could do the shield.
Yes, you could do the shield. You could sell the armor and weapons once you get to a town, and maybe replace them with something too.
So what stuff did I get from the bandit leader who stripped for me?
You got from him was a longsword and a shield and a suit of oh shit, what was it? Hang on, let me double
Was
check.
it leather?
No, his wasn't leather. I gave him a certain AC, I just didn't know what the actual... On armor, common...
Wow, these guys really don't like to.
it
You
was
just
a
slide.
chain shirt.
Okay. Well, now I have a chain trap.
Okay. And luckily a chain shirt, it doesn't have to fit. It just kind of goes over you, and it's just like, it's just the chain links,
Right.
so... It's a little long. It's like a chain dress for you, but...
It's better than nothing.
It'll still protect you the same. So it's actually better that you got that than the leather armor, so... Okay, so you guys get some food in your stomach. You have a place to rest for the night, and the rest of the night is uneventful.
Good.
You wake up, and what do you guys do?
Atlas will change into something comfortable.
Okay.
He'll offer something more comfortable because Ladori is probably a little closer to his size. Put on his binder.
A little.
A little. It's better than these tall folk.
Yeah. Well, he's what, 5 something?
Who? Atlas?
Atlas.
Atlas is 4'9".
Oh yeah. And you're what, 3.5 or something?
I think it was like 3'2" or something like that.
Yeah, so it's better than the 6-foot bandits. All right, so you get some clothing underneath your chain shirt, and you at least have something that's a little bit better until you can get to a town and appropriately, dress yourself.
Right.
Okay.
Sleep. Atlas will go outside and like check out this petrified dude.
Okay.
And he'll can he move him?
Yeah, he's made out of stone. So you go over there, make an investigation roll while you're kind of checking him out.
Okay. Where did my D20 go? Oh, there it is. How did it end up over here? Oof. That's only a 6.
Okay. So yeah, you just kind of notice he's sunk into the ground a little bit more, and you're kind of looking him over. But yeah, you could definitely move him if you wanted to. It's heavy, so you're gonna have to like push it. You won't be able to lift it up. But
yeah, I'll just like drag him.
Yeah.
I'll drag him over to like in front of the house and like move, like have him. I'm kind of wanting to use this as like a
deterrent.
like a deterrent.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my house.
So we'll change this guy to gray. There we go.
And then trying to figure out what I want to do with the body of the other dude. Well, I'll deal with that later, I guess. Just kind of toss it off a little further and the wild animals can eat him.
Midori, while you guys are kind of outside at this point, I'm gonna have you make either an investigation or perception roll.
Let's go with perception because I get a +1 instead of a +0.
Very nice.
16.
16. So you notice the spot where kind of look over to the spot where the stoned man was, and you see like something writhing around in the ground over there.
I'm very carefully going to go over it.
So you kind of
take it. See?
Go over and you look at the ground, and it looks like roots of some sort that are just kind of writhing around and making this like noise, trying to hopefully that gets picked up. But they're roots, they're plants that just kind of are writhing over, and it's blackened. It's a lot like the ooze in the film that was over your body.
Hey, Atlas?
Yeah, as he like tosses this body across.
Is this normal around here?
He'll go up and check out whatever she's looking at.
When she points it out to you, you look down and you see the same thing. In the spot where the man was, basically in the 2 footprints that it left behind, you see the toughed up dirt and the roots that seem to be like alive and crawling and writhing, and they have this black decay to them as they're writhing around.
What the fuck? No, that's definitely not normal. Can I inspect it a little further?
Sure.
Like, can I see if it's like a sickness or something?
Sure, go ahead and make a nature roll.
Sure. That's a natural 20.
Fuck.
So...
So the first thing it reminds you of is what is it called? Basically with mushrooms have a network underneath them where basically one mushroom can actually signify a whole network underneath the grounds, and it kind of reminds you of that, where it splinters out into this giant cluster. So the roots are very similar, but something strikes you as odd, as they seem to be tree roots that are taking on the form of this fungus network. And the way that they're kind of writhing around, obviously plants don't do that. So it seems like there's something that is happening underneath the surface, and it's a lot more visible under the ground than it was when you were up on the mountain looking at the trees. And so whatever it is, it's like when you look at like the life, the plant life, the flora, it's harder to notice when you're looking at it, but when you see underneath the earth, it seems that the sickness is rooted into the ground itself. And whatever it is, it looks like it's spreading.
What the... So, would I be able to determine that it's coming from underground?
Yes.
Do I know of any cave systems around here, nearby?
I mean, we're right near the mountain, so I mean...
There are bound to be some sort of underground networks, but go ahead and make a survival roll to see if you know of any in particular.
Oh, you said survival?
Yes.
That's 11.
You don't know of any nearby, but you do know that by the graveyard of the town that was mentioned by the adventurer, there is an underground network of caverns there. So that might be a good place to check, but other than that, you're really not sure of any nearby here. But if it is that far away, this is a lot more serious than you thought.
Yeah. I'll relay all this to Lidori. This is pretty bad.
Assuming it's originating in those caverns.
It's a good place to start, at least.
And what was his name? Malkador?
Malkador, yep.
Yeah, Malkador.
Malkador did mention people had gone missing.
Yeah. Well, I guess
I know where I'm headed.
Yeah, sounds like we're gonna have to go into town. I'm assuming. Are you gonna come with me? Or are you...
Are you coming with me, or?
Well, I guess it seems we're going in the same direction, so...
Yeah, because either you both go together, or you have this like awkward where you say hey goodbye, and then you go in the same direction. It's just that kind of awkward.
Like, so you
shit.
know.
Hey, yeah. Should have waited to say goodbye, I guess.
Oh man.
Okay, so.
Well, you're free to grab anything you need from my home. I'll also start heading inside and grabbing some supplies and whatnot.
Yeah.
What?
No.
Oh, the flump.
Just kind of scratches at the at his back, where the saddle was.
Loot Atlas's country.
No!
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could.
Okay, so you guys gather. I'm gonna say there's probably about 4 or 5 days worth of supplies that you guys can take with you from Atlas's house. So 5 days of rations. That would be spread between the two of you. So on your character sheets, you know, someone put 3 and someone put 2.
Okay. I'll go ahead and put the 3.
Also, if you have like a blanket or a bedroll or something.
Yeah. I'll grab
would you have a
like
bedroll
that.
though, or would you have like an actual bed at your place?
He would probably have like a bedroll or something,
Okay.
something that he would have made to like just in case he needed to stay out somewhere.
But you probably
else.
only have one, unfortunately. So you can add that to your inventory, or Lodori can add it to her inventory.
That's
Okay.
fine. I got a flump.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'll just
you have
take.
a portable
I'll
head
just take the
bedroll.
Portable bedroll.
one.
Okay.
The rations.
Loot Atlas's pantry. Hey, we got 7 viewers. Hi, everyone. Okay, so did you guys record the gear?
It was just the bedroll for me and rations, right?
Yes, the bedroll and rations is pretty much all that you're gonna have of use. Do you take the drum with you, or are you gonna leave it here?
No, I'm gonna take the drum.
Okay.
How much would we have healed overnight?
You would fully heal overnight. So, no, I'm sorry. You took a short rest. So
Right, that's
you would roll your hit dice, because for those of you who weren't here at the beginning of the screen, actually I think I forgot to mention this. We're basically playing on hard mode. So a short rest is 8 hours, and a long rest is 7 days, consecutive days with short rests. So that means they're 2 days into actually going towards their long rest. So you guys both have 1 HD, so you can roll your class hit die and gain that back in hit points. Or you can save it for when you need it more, but I think you took quite a bit of damage that last fight.
I took 6 damage and I
Yeah.
haven't taken 10 for my hit die, so...
Yeah. Plus, I think you have some left over from Lay on Hands if you wanted to use that.
I could, but that only recharges on a
On a long
rest.
rest,
so I don't
right.
wanna-
Did the bandit leader have a shield, or were there only 2 shields?
Yeah, all 3 of them had shields.
All 3 of them had shields.
Yeah.
Okay.
I took one of the shields.
Okay. And then I'm gonna use one of the short swords. Okay. Can I like? Guess I can't. Okay, well I'm ready.
Ladora, are you ready as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so the 3 of you get your things together and basically make your way back to the beaten path and start heading towards the city. And I think that is where we will end tonight's episode. We've been going
Sweet.
for almost 3 hours now. I think that's a good stopping point. That way I can kind of develop the map a little bit more for the town that you're heading to. But yeah, that was fun. I'm excited. This was a good game. All right, so we are using milestone checkpoints. So that means we're going to be doing the "What have you learned" thing. So I see 6 people in chat. If you guys have learned anything during this little expedition with us, go ahead and type it in into the chat, and you could get them an extra checkpoint towards leveling up. Basically, the way that we're doing it, we're using the Xanathar's Guide to Everything method. So until they hit level 4, they will need 4 checkpoints to level up. And once they get past level 4, it'll be 8 checkpoints to level up. So they will only get a checkpoint for every round that they come up with. So that means Lidori and Atlas have to come up with something they have learned to get 1 checkpoint. The maximum amount they can get without the without the help of chat is going to be 8. If chat comes up with some, then they get 1 per 1 for chat. So
the Dan came
We're
up with.
gonna start off with Uba, who has learned do not fuck with flump. So that's one. All right. So Kaiser, what have you learned? Or Lidori, I should use your character.
I have learned that Atlas has no qualms about letting people die.
Yes, you have. Yeah, seem to have a little bit of a different moral grounding there. Atlas, what have you learned?
Atlas in game learned that there are things called halflings.
Yeah. Yep.
Rude.
Kai.
I learned I can't roll with blue dice.
Blue is not your color.
Apparently not.
That doesn't make any sense because you were blue before.
I know.
But I still kind of rolled like shit, to be
Yeah,
honest. But I had
that's-
more dice I was rolling at
that's
the same
true.
time, so it kind of offset it.
I mean, that's just the
fair.
way it
Oh
rolls,
yeah,
you know?
good point.
And the thing is, it's not a random dice generator. It's a physics engine with Tabletop Simulator, so it's completely random. All right, Atlas.
Or wait,
I was joking about that, but if you'll accept it, I'll take it.
Yeah? Something you learned out of character. I'll go with it.
well, we learned that there's something spreading in the forest.
Yeah, there's some
kind
sort
of
of disease.
Bad disease-like thing.
Yeah. All right, Kai. Or Lidori, I should say Lidori.
I've learned that apparently the Lidori has a natural knack for making men strip. And I have broken Dave.
Oh my god. All right, Atlas.
So funny though.
Come on, Chad. I see 6 of you. You guys can get the more XP.
I think at least 3 of us or 2 of us are me and
Yeah,
Kai.
I'm not one of them, so it's at least 4. There's at least 4 viewers. Of course, Sig might be
we
sleeping.
learned. Oh, probably yeah. We learned that there are people disappearing in town.
Yep, people seem to be disappearing. Yep. All right, Lidori.
Apparently the nearby town of Morris 4 has really good chocolate.
Yeah, yes they do. Atlas.
Atlas got to experience someone being nice for once.
Yeah, yeah. Which is a little bit of a strange concept to you because you're used to like survival of the fittest. I mean, Melodius was good to you, but still instilled that sense of survival.
It's very strict, yeah.
Like, and that's why you. Well, I'm not gonna say anything else because that could be a learned thing. So, Lidori.
But yeah.
Or if you wanted to add on to it, or the welcome.
No, I know, it was just that and fucking his only other interaction with people have been fucking bandits and shit tearing up things
Right,
in the
exactly.
forest that he just, kills as you witness.
Lidori. We're at 4 from you guys. We have 5 with Ubas.
Team.
You could possibly skip level 2 and go straight to level 3 if you get all of them.
So no pressure.
No pressure.
Because level 3 is where we get all the fun shit.
Yes, it is. That's where you start getting your archetypes.
Yep.
Or archetypes, as Evan would say.
Does he
I wonder
actually
if
say
he's gonna do
archetype?
that. We were talking the other day and he said archetype and I looked at him and I'm like, archetype?
You
So
see,
now I make
that's
fun of him.
another way. You pronounce it differently than I do. I say archetype.
It's archetype.
And I know that. I know it's archetype, but I always say archetype. And it's funny
Okay, I
he
said
says
something-
archetype.
I pronounce he knows it's wrong now, but that's not actually that's not how you pronounce it at all.
Yeah, it's archetype. I got you. That's something I learned. Archetype. Who are we on? Lidori? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Lidori has learned don't take random naps when you're walking through the woods. It's bad.
Yeah. Watch where you put your head down for the night. Atlas.
In your defense, you might not have been naturally tired.
Okay. Took a nap. Words are strange.
He learned that there's a town near. Well, no, I guess he probably would have known that there was a town nearby.
Sig, if you wanna get them an extra point, go ahead and put something in chat.
Well, he learned that people found his house.
Yeah.
That's new.
Yeah. They found where
Guess
you
I'm gonna
live.
have to re-fucking locate.
Yeah. Well, all right.
I mean, only one of them got away, so.
Yeah, and we scared the shit out of him, so.
All right, Lidori.
Sig said something.
Apparently people have been disappearing and emerging from strange cocoon things.
Yeah, because they did mention the disappearing, but they did not mention the cocoon. So I will definitely count that.
Yep.
And I'll read it out so the YouTube video will have it. Sig says, apparently people have been disappearing and emerged from these strange cocoon things. That counts. I missed some of it because I went to get food. Meat. Alright, so that's 2 from chat. And you've got 5 so far. I believe it is Atlas's turn.
Was it your turn or was it my turn?
Maybe, yeah, okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
because
think it
we
was
just
your
got
turn.
5, so it is Lidori's turn.
Damn, I could have skipped it. I have learned that Lidori is nice, but blunt.
Yep. Straight
Sure
to the
fucking
point.
is. First thing she said to Atlas was, "What are you looking at?" And it freaked him out.
Atlas.
Who is this lost sassy child?
Oh, that's great.
We learned that the cocoons, we kind of educated guess here that the cocoons were digesting the people inside of them.
Yeah,
that was
it seemed to be almost eating them from the inside of the pod. Alright, that's 6. 2 more from each of you, and you guys skip a level. Well, technically, you got 2 from chat, so we're at 8 if we wanted to stop there, but you could squeeze out 2 more.
Sig said it doesn't count to learn that Atlas has no idea what the fuck a halfling is.
That was actually already
unfortunately-
mentioned, yes.
we already
That was already mentioned.
I mean, Lidori has learned that apparently there are people who don't know what halflings are. But apparently Lidori has also learned that there are people who apparently live in these mountains. Question mark?
Yeah, it's like you would think that these mountains are a little bit more inhospitable for, you know, typical humanoids. Of course, there are probably hill giants. There are, you know, probably bugbears, maybe orcs in these areas.
Right.
Kobolds,
She wasn't
goblins.
expecting a town, but she also wasn't expecting, you know.
Right, and this is like an actual hut. This isn't just someone living off the lands.
I
so.
fucking made this.
Right. It's my house. I own it. All right, Atlas.
I learned that I actually have some very high ability checks.
Yeah, some things
Like,
you're really specialized in.
Even at like level 1, I got like +5 to shit.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be that high this early.
And I gave you guys a really shit array too, so
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
You gave us like a standard array. It
Yeah,
wasn't...
it's a little bit better than what like Baldur's Gate gives you. It's a little bit better than
Right.
the standard array.
I didn't start with any negatives, and I call
I
that
did.
a good thing.
Yeah.
I started with a negative.
Yeah.
My charisma is a -1.
Speaking of which, I wanted to tell you that I am using the alternate rule in the book that you can intimidate, depending on how you intimidate, with your strength instead of charisma. So,
okay.
But it all depends on how if you're intimidating somebody with like information, that's gonna be charisma. But if you're like, at somebody, that's gonna be a strength intimidate.
Well, my strength and charisma are the same, so...
My strength is definitely better than my charisma.
Sig goes flex. Oh, as I hit the mic. That's great.
I'm so fucking skinny.
Alright, Lidori, last one.
No pressure.
Can I point out the fact that I've learned you can't like alter your inventory in the fucking tablet, and that's really annoying?
Yeah, that is a bummer. Well, we learned more about the tools that we have at hand out of character. I will allow that. All right. So, Atlas, last one.
Oh, I thought that was the last. Oh, I guess the last one.
No, you finish the chain. You finish the chain.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I learned that I can't read maps very well because I thought that the pits were way closer, and they're not at all.
Yeah, it's pretty far. Well,
really
to give you a sense of perspective, what is it called? The Mercados Peninsula that's on there is about the size of Florida. So, it big.
Oh my god, okay.
Yeah, that's big.
Jesus.
Yeah. But yeah, that's 10 milestone checkpoints, so that's you guys are now level 3. You guys skip right over 2. And you are 2 checkpoints into level 3. So I put it in your notes section on your character sheet that you can update your milestone checkpoints. So if you guys want to roll your hit points now while we're still on the stream, go ahead and do that. Roll twice, because you leveled up twice.
What is
And we're using so if you get under half, you get half, and if you get over, take that. So like you rolled a 3 there. What's your hit dice?
10.
So you get 5. No, 6, because it rounds up. So it's yeah, because the fixed hit points is 6 or lower. So you get 6 plus your Constitution modifier for level 2, and then roll again to see what you get for level 3.
Where is my hit dice?
It should be.
I figured it might be in my description. I'm pretty sure it's D8, but...
Okay, so if it's a D8, then it would be 5, would be your magic number.
Okay,
What'd you get on your next roll?
I got another 6 because I rolled at 4.
Okay. So 12 plus your Constitution modifier times 2.
Yep, so my hit points essentially double.
Which is good. So you're still like missing the same amount of hit points that you were, but you gain the difference because everything that you got is yeah, okay. So your magic number is 5.
Let's see if I roll higher. I rolled a 7.
7, all right.
My con, which I think is 3. Eats 2. Okay, so I get 9.
So 9 for level 2. We'll go ahead and roll again.
Oh yeah, duh. We've leveled up twice.
Yep.
So 9 plus... nice.
So that'd be a 5.
Plus 2, so 7. So 16.
16 extra hit points.
Nice.
Okay. And that is where we're gonna stop for the night. I want to thank everyone in chat who joined us. This is a really fun game. I was a little anxious beforehand because I'm always anxious at the beginning when we start a new campaign.
It's
And
also
this
a little
is
anxious.
yeah.
Atlas is not a very talky character, so it was a little difficult at first.
Especially the fact that we're playing on hard mode was making me a little bit nervous because, like I said, short rests are 8 hours, long rests are 7 days. You know, typically enemies do not get death saves. If they go below 0, they're considered dead or out of combat. But we're playing on hard mode basically. So, but yeah, no, this is a good experience, and I can't wait for tomorrow. We're going to be running another game set in the tyranny of talk with Uba, Zay, and Kai, and that'll be a lot of fun. So join us tomorrow around 7 o'clock, and we'll get into that. And yeah. But until then, thank you guys so much for joining, and we'll see you next time. Toodaloo.
Bye.